Back with Suffolk DA Rachael Rollins on the OTR Pop Quiz. Question 3. You grew up in Cambridge. Porter Square was once home to Porter's Hotel. The hotel's restaurant was famous for a particular dish that has become world famous. Now, is it steak, cheese, or ice cream? Steak, cheese, or ice cream? This is fairly easy.
Why? I don't know.
What are we talking about? Porter Square?
Yeah. Why don't I know this? Stop. Hold on. Oh, yeah, steak.
Hey, you got it. That's where I was going.
Not one more.
Porterhouse steak.
Yeah, I get
Actually, it's funny because I always do Steve's ice cream, so I would have said ice cream. All right, here's the last question. Supreme Court Justice Elena Kagan was the first female dean of Harvard Law School. She holds a particular distinction on the current High Court. Is she the only justice? A, born after 1959. B, no prior experience as a judge. Or C, appointed by POTUS 44.
B.
B, perfect 4 for 4.
Yes!
Rachael Rollins has nailed it.
In your face.
I don't think I've ever seen anybody more enthusiastic about doing so well.
Great job.
Okay, back to the more serious issues.
Yes. All right.
Another prosecutor that's making almost as many headlines as yourself is US Attorney Andrew Lelling. He's also been the recipient of your criticism. He charged a district court judge of helping an illegal immigrant escape federal ICE agents. Fair to say you avoid each other at professional events?
No, actually, it's not fair to say. I have a deep respect for U.S. Attorney Lelling. He is a brilliant jurist, and we work together at the U.S. Attorney's Office. We were aligned completely in the Jassy Carrera kidnapping homicide, where my office stepped aside and allowed him to charge Louis Coleman III with interstate kidnapping resulting in death. And we were not aligned with ICE litigation, where we filed a preliminary injunction and were successful. And with safe consumption sites, we aren't aligned. But I have a very deep respect for him, and the way that I disagree with people is in court. And I want you to hear me say I called the U.S. Attorney prior to filing this ICE lawsuit, and I speak with him often about the things that we disagree about.
With safe consumption sites, you mean safe injection sites?
Safe
what
injection,
most of us refer to as safe injection.
So he has made it clear that he is going to prosecute if the governor or anyone else moves forward with that. There's litigation in Pennsylvania where a U.S. District Court judge in Philadelphia just found that the safe consumption sites do not violate the Federal Controlled Substance Act. So that is a victory, even though it's the trial court and it will be appealed, but it's a victory for people who are looking at every option to try to combat our opioid crisis.
Have you ever sat down and had a cup of coffee with him?
I have frequently sat down with the U.S. Attorney, and we spoke at the Federalist Society together, actually, because I show up everywhere, no matter whether I think people disagree with me or not. You give them an opportunity to ask you questions. So I have a deep respect for him. Where we disagree, it happens in court and in pleadings, but I know he has a very hard job, as do I. So we will be speaking to each other, and we'll be together, I think, later on this week.
You've mentioned that you've got an elected position.
I do.
Let's talk politics. You've endorsed Senator Ed Markey over Joe Kennedy?
I have.
That's true?
Yes.
You have endorsed and campaigned for Elizabeth Warren in South Carolina?
I have.
For a freshman district attorney, you've got an awful lot of political pull. That's an impressive run in a short period of time, it would seem. How has this happened so quickly?
So I think people have recognized the power and autonomy of this position. It's not just me. There are 11 of us in Massachusetts. There are approximately 2,500 of us around the country. I knew Senator Markey. I used to babysit his nephews and nieces when I was very much younger. So I've been a fan of his for a while, and he was very supportive of me when I ran. I'm loyal. And I also believe very firmly in the things that he stands for, and criminal justice reform in particular. And with respect to Senator Warren, I interviewed her in South Carolina at a presidential forum exclusively on criminal justice issues. And afterwards, Larry Krasner, the DA of Philadelphia, and myself both endorsed her. She gets it, and she is willing to ask for help in the areas from the experts that are on the ground doing it every day.
If she becomes President Warren, do you want to be the Attorney General?
I just want to do my job and win all of the questions on your show every time. No, you know what? I'm very serious. I'm so excited about the work I'm doing as DA. We are rounding out 1 year. We've accomplished so much, but we have a lot more to do. So I'm focused on the people of Suffolk County.
I just have to ask you: did Joe Kennedy approach you for an endorsement at all?
He did not. I think he did not. and I think he had supported a different candidate than me in this race.
Right.
But this is less about him and more about Senator Markey.
Rachael Rollins, so great to have you with us this morning.
4 for 4.
4 for 4.
That's right.
She's now Rachael 4
Hall
for
of
4
Fame.
Rollins.
You go into the holiday season with a new title.
Hall of Fame. Our thanks to the special guest this morning, Suffolk County DA Rachael Rollins. The Sunday Roundtable is next here on Channel 5. Deval Patrick serving up politics and eggs in New Hampshire. Just what kind of impact is the former Bay State governor having on the presidential race right now? We'll discuss.